Good evening. I'd like to call our meeting to order. Thank everybody for coming out tonight. I'd like to lead us in our prayer. And right from the prayer, we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Let us pray. Gracious and Heavenly Father, thank you so much for loving us. Please bless these proceedings. Bless those who are in needing of your love and guidance. Please be with those right now who are in the path of Hurricane Michael. Please give them strength and courage and love to get through that tough time at this point. We ask that you bless these men and women who've been charged to lead our city. Give us wisdom and understanding to do things that are acceptable in your sight. These things we ask. Amen. Amen. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Higginbotham, call roll, please.
Councilman Roberts. President Logan.
Here.
Councilman Sullivan.
Here.
Councilman Davis.
Here.
Councilman Hogg.
Here.
You have a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you. Item 5, approval of our agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as printed?
Move to approve.
That's a motion by Councilman Sullivan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hogg. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Sullivan.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Councilman Roberts. Yes. President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Motion carries.
7A1, unfinished business. It's a second reading of a rezoning of 0.22 acres located at 18th Street and 30th Avenue from RS to C3 zone. Mr. Higginbotham, I think this is just a second reading. Had a favorable request from our planning and zoning, correct?
Yes, sir. A favorable request from planning and zoning, and this is second reading. It's
All right. I'll make a motion to grant the request for rezoning from RS to C3 for 8th Street properties of approximately 0.22 acres. It's located at 18th Street West and 30th Avenue. Is there a second? Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Roberts. Yes. Councilman Sullivan.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 2 is a second reading of a resolution accepting maintenance for municipal improvements of the final layer for Glencrest subdivision phase 1. Mr. Higginbotham.
Yes, sir. This is your second reading. As you remember, this particular phase was already accepted for infrastructure, except for the final layer of paving. We extended that to allow the houses to be completed, which they have done. They have completed the final layer of asphalt and it has accepted. It has been inspected by engineering, and it is sent up for your, recommended for your approval.
All right, thank you. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution accepting maintenance for the municipal improvements of the final layer of asphalt for the property located at Glencrest subdivision, phase 1?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hogg. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Councilman Roberts. Yes. President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Sullivan.
Same.
Motion carries.
New business. 8A1 is a first reading of a permanent resolution authorizing the sale of city property located on the southwest corner of Main Avenue. Mr. Davis, again, this is the first reading.
Yes, Mr. President, this is the first reading only for the sale of common rental property, the corner Franklin property, about an acre in size, next to the railroad. First reading only.
Thank you. Is there a member of council wanted to offer that for a first reading?
I'll offer that up for a first reading.
That's offered up by Councilman Davis. Item 2 is a first reading rezoning 16 acres located on the 38th Street from AG to RM2. That's multi-family. Mr. Higginbotham.
Yes, sir. This is only a first reading tonight. This property is located on 38th behind City Hall here. It did come with a favorable recommendation from Planning and Zoning, like you said. It is adjacent to land this developer is doing that is the same multifamily.
All right, thank you. Is there a member of council wanted to offer that for a first reading?
I'll offer that for first reading.
Thank you. Offered up by Councilman Roberts. 8B1 is a resolution authorizing our city administrator to enter into an agreement with ESO Solutions Incorporated for NFIRS and EHR compliant reporting software for a period of 1 year. Again, this is basically the reporting software that fire and EMS uses. This is the resolution making this official with the complaint, or excuse me, reporting software. So I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution authorizing our city administrator to enter into an agreement with ESO Solutions for reporting software for fire and EMS for a period of 1 year. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hogg. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg, Councilman Roberts, Councilman Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Second item is a resolution authorizing our administrator's office to enter into an agreement with Taylor Power Systems for the generator for preventive maintenance for Fire Station 1. Again, this is specifically for Fire Station 1 based on the needs of the preventive maintenance process and schedules that's been established. So I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution authorizing our administrator's office to enter into an agreement with Taylor Power Systems for the generator preventive maintenance at Fire Station 1. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hogg. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts, Councilman Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 3 is a resolution declaring certain items in surplus in our fire department. They range from some mattresses and uniforms and pieces of office equipment and or furniture. These have reached their useful life. I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution declaring certain items and equipment as surplus and authorizing a proper disposal. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hogg. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts, Councilman Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 4 is a resolution authorizing our mayor's office to execute an agreement accepting grant funds from the Alabama Historical Commission. Mr. Higginbotham.
Yes, sir. This is very good news for the city. We received funds from the Alabama Historical Commission to do repair work on the Shirley House. There was work put in through Max Snyder and Brooke Starnes as well as Chuck Gordeau. And the grant is one we received, which is $17,500, which is considered a 100% grant, so there will be no match money to the city. It's completely funded through the Alabama Historical Commission. This work generally will be to remove flooring that has asbestos in it and replace that flooring, as well as some other minor items of work, such as cabinet replacement and things of that nature.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution authorizing our mayor's office to execute a funding agreement with the Alabama Historical Commission, more specifically to accept the grant of $17,500?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Davis. Is there a second? Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts, President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 5 is a resolution authorizing our administrator's office to enter into an agreement between the City of Northport and Capital Software for the purchase and yearly maintenance of GovCollect software. Ms. Hoffman, I think this is the yearly maintenance agreement regarding our software, regarding some of our finance and some of our things maybe in your department as well as water and sewer, correct?
Actually, the initial purchase, and then it includes the first year maintenance.
All right. Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution?
Move to approve.
That's a motion by Councilman Sullivan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Davis. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts, President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 6 is a resolution authorizing our city administrator's office to enter into an agreement with Energy Systems Southeast, that's ESSE, for generator preventive maintenance for fire stations 2, 3, and 4, separate from Fire Station 1. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
That motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Sullivan. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts, President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 7 is a resolution declaring city-owned property as surplus. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Mr. President, this is the same real estate that we talked about earlier, the parcel out by the trestle. This procedural matter declares it surplus that allows this council to entertain the motion to sell the property the next council meeting, which will be
Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Davis. Is there a second? I'll make that second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
Councilman Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item C is our consent agenda. There are 23 items. They range from minutes of the previous meeting, bill listings, travel and training, PO requisitions from our water and sewer department, and of course, we have some PO requisitions for our ongoing roadway and infrastructure projects. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution for the consent agenda as printed?
Make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 9, reports of special committees to council. If a member of council or the mayor's office wanted to give a report from their respective committee.
Just one item out of finance. I told you guys during the pre-meeting, right after our last meeting, we received our report from Standard & Poor's that reviews our bond rating, and they have reaffirmed our rating a AA- with a strong positive outlook for the city. So it's very, very good news for the city. They recognize a lot of the work that we put in the last couple of years and looked at where we are moving forward to, trying to accomplish our goals, and they reaffirm that rating. So it's very big for the city. A lot of it has to do with staff. Certainly appreciate all of them, but just wanted to pass that on to you guys.
Thank you. Very good news.
Very good.
So now people can't say the city's in bad financial shape. Okay. Item 10, any member of council or mayor wanted to give a respective report from their committee? I just had to keep saying that, Mayor, because again, you know how it is. It'll be a plank in somebody's platform about city finances, and when you show them that,
Hey, look, within this report, it does show how you can go backwards.
It
and how
does.
you can go forward.
it
So,
does, but
it doesn't mean you can stop working.
I think presently AA- in a city our size speaks volumes of the hard work everybody's done. Treat it like on your own kitchen table. I think we'll be all right.
You got it.
All right, item 10, public hearings. We have none on the agenda. Item 11, city administrator's business. Mr. Higginbotham.
Yes, sir. I have one item. As you are aware, our planning director, Scott Stevens, has resigned, and his last day was last Friday. I am coming to you tonight to ask you to authorize Human Resources to go ahead and begin the search for a planning director so that we can open that up and start through that process.
All right, and just to make sure, this is also Civil Service Board position, so it'll go and go through the Civil Service Board process and be vetted, of course, before it comes to council. So just want to make sure we clarify that as well.
That is correct. It is civil service, so it'll go through that process.
All right, is there a motion to adopt the resolution Mr. Higginbotham has requested of the council?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. That's all I have.
Item 12, departmental business. We have two items under PD. Chief Burton, I think we have an ABC license transfer request.
Yes, sir. This is a transfer request from Los Tarascos to rename the business Frida's Mexican Grill. As this business is located in the Winn-Dixie Shopping Center at 43 North.
All right, thank you. Is there a motion to adopt or approve the ABC license transfer? And Chief, I want to make sure we had no issues as far as the license transfer and none of something like that in the process?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Is there a motion to adopt or approve the ABC license transfer request from the former Los Tarascos on 43 North to Frida Mexican Grill LLP, doing business as Frida's Mexican Grill Incorporated?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Sullivan. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Sullivan,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Second item on departmental business under legal, Mr. Davis.
Yes, this is claim 1870, it's in the amount of $1,062.21. Damage done by, Rockport Two, that hit a vehicle, broke back window, damaged the door, while we were, retiring,
Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt and approve the claim 18-70 in the amount of $1,062.21?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hogg. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. Higginbotham.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman Hogg,
Yes.
Councilman Roberts,
Yes.
President Logan,
Yes.
Councilman Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 13 is public comment. We have a few citizens signed to speak. I know, in the interest of time, I'll make sure that every comment's limited to 3 minutes. Our first citizen, Sean Brown.
Yes.
Come on up, Mr. Brown. Thank you, and please state your name and address for the record.
All right, my name is Sean Brown. I live on 9100 Baptist Campground Road. Thank you all for having me and allowing me to speak. I've been up there for about 20 years, and we've been having issues with water pressure. And I've called several times, and basically they tell me what the water pressure is and so forth. But there's only registering 22 to 23 PSI, and that's coming off the line. I called back again. They were saying that it would be about the same thing coming from the water tower itself. And I don't know if anybody knows what 23 pounds of water pressure would look like, but it's not very much. And I've been through like 20-some years now. I've actually remodeled my house a little bit, and one of them is a shower. And I go down and look at the water pressure coming out. It's like deja vu. I mean, it's like, it's old, and I was just trying to see if there's anything that the city can or plans to try to do anything about it. Thank you very much, and again, thank you for having me.
9100, Sean.
9100 Baptist Campground Road. Also, I'm not the only citizen. I'm actually the only one here tonight, but I have spoke with them. One citizen actually told me that his water would just actually stop. And this is before I even brought the issue up to him. And he's probably been up there way longer than I have, and we're talking about since '97.
So the ongoing issues, Mr. Brown, is that what you're saying? Before you done your remodel and all that, you always have?
Yes, this is ongoing. I know I kind of fast forward. I know I'm trying
Okay.
to put a lot in 3 minutes. So
Hey, can you give me a contact number? I know Councilman Davis will probably want to contact you.
got it.
But okay, well, he's got it.
I got your number.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Thank you very much, and y'all have a good night.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. I think Councilman Davis will probably get with staff and start working on that concern and request. A second citizen signed to speak is Ms. Lisa Wedgeworth. Good evening.
Good evening.
Please state your name and address for the record.
My name is Mary Lisa Wedgeworth. I live at 4203 Smith Street in Northport, Alabama. I had, on the 18th, found my cat was attacked by a pit bull, and by, the owner is Stacy Gordon. Also, she will have that pit bull back in the house. She has not rehomed that house, rehomed the dog. It's now in Vance, and the guy's also asking for somebody to take the pit. She will have that pit back in that house. One of these weekends, she'll let that dog out, and it's gonna hurt one of those kids. If it can do my cat within 10, 15 minutes, it's gonna hurt a child. And we got a bunch of kids that live in our neighborhood. We have older folks too. We got a daycare down the road from us. So if that pit goes out and hurts somebody else, if it can break my cat's neck within a couple seconds, it's gonna happen. And I've seen some of those shows where the pit attacks and he does not let go. And it does not just happen to him, it will continuously happen with it because she's already been told to get rid of that pit. And I got a feeling she's probably got another one in the house. I mean, I'm not putting on the pit, I'm talking about the person, she needs to do something. We do not have a need a rescue in on Smith Street at all. We don't need one. Thank you.
Thank you. And Lisa, I think you said you had a court date. I think this is totally separate from our board, but I think you said you had a court date, so. Okay. Again, I think we had curious case of Smith Acres, as I like to call it.
Right, right.
Yeah. I know you've got an opinion on that whole thing, so.
I'll reserve my opinion.
Yes, ma'am. Again, being a board member on Metro Animal Shelter, your tax dollars go to it. Do I think you need to have rescue service in the city? My opinion, no. There it is. Because you're not equipped. I just think it shouldn't be in residential. That's what your tax dollars go to Metro for. But we will have, again, like we said last council meeting, in our animal control, we'll start doing random checks, and we'll make some notes of it and keep task on it.
Well, everybody keeps taking pictures and stuff when she brings stuff in,
Yes, ma'am.
so.
Thank you. Next citizen is Miss Charlotte Page. Thank you, Miss Page. Good evening.
Good evening.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Charlotte Page, 9645 Charlie Shirley Road, Northport. Okay, my husband and I hired a company to do renovations on our house. They added a 2-car garage, kitchen, family room, master bedroom, and bath. They were supposed to stub out all the electrical and should have been reworked and circuits added for the addition. When we hired an electrician to install the fixtures and connect the appliances, we were informed that the electrical was not stubbed in, that the wires were left rolled up in the top of the house, not labeled, and that the main wire does not appear to be adequate to accommodate the addition. The garage is the only place that was wired. We questioned the contractor, and he told us that he did not do it for safety reasons. This does not make any sense to us because all he had to do was run the wires, put a safe, and cap it off. We talked to the building inspector. He informed us that they did one inspection and the one they did was okay. So our main question now is that should there have been an inspection to make sure that the wires were stubbed in properly so that all we had to do was go in and connect the fixtures? And also, is there a violation because the one electrician that we hired to come and do the work, he ran, left, never came back, not even to get paid for what he did. Now, I don't know what's up there that's scaring him or what, but he said there's not enough space in the top to even get up there. So is that a violation? Should you be able to get up there and to see if, what if something goes wrong? What if it's a fire? The fire department needs to get up there. And they said there's not enough space up there for an average person to fit.
All right, so Ms. Page, and again, just by what you were explaining to me, you're dealing with a bad contractor. How about that? Just by what you explained to me, I'm getting the sense that he probably didn't really know exactly what he was doing, I guess.
Well, they're supposed to be an experienced contractor.
Yes, ma'am.
And we thought that we had gotten someone that would do okay, because they were contracted to start in May and to be done by August. They did not finish until February. And they didn't even do everything that was in the contract.
Okay. All right. I think the first question should there have been an inspection on that second round of work? I think, okay.
That's our concern, because everything else is,
All right.
and it's